What's up, friends? This is Jazz bringing you another For Better or For Worse vlog, number 40, everyone. I cannot believe we have 40 of these already. 10 more away to half of 100. The first vlog was from September 10th, 2013, but it's newer of an older strip of September 11th, 1984. Ironic date, but way before any events happen. But anyway, Ellie's like, Michael, aren't you dressed yet? Don't eat the toothpaste, Lizzie. Get your socks on. Where's your sweater? Hurry up. Now, I know the first time she's talking to Michael and then Lizzie, but I don't know the last two, who she's directing that at. And she's like, I can't stand this. I wish they were still just sleeping in. And John's like, but Ellie, you couldn't wait for school to start so you could get back to a routine. And she's like, I know, I'd forgotten the routine. Yeah, that's the thing with work and school and everything. When you're on a holiday or a summer vacation for those in school, you have such a way that it's hard to explain. You don't have to worry much about anything, and then when the time comes that you do have to worry about all this stuff again, you've forgotten what your routine was like in a way. And Ellie feels in a way the same way, even though she's always home at this point. She's been so used to just having the kids sleeping and not having to worry about everything that, again, she'd forgotten the routine. Now, I am kind of like that too, only it's worse for me because it's not that I forget the routine. I mean, I kind of do, but I get so used to my new routine, my new normal. I've been having trouble going to work for a long time now, and there was a time where I did okay. The thing that I'm starting to realize is that I thrive on routine, and when I don't do a certain routine for a long time, some people get panicked when they can't do their routine, and I do to a degree, but for me it can be worse because if I don't do a routine for a long time, not only don't I panic about it anymore, I completely go out of it. That's just kind of an example, right? So sometimes it's good to have a routine that you continue to do. I mean, things like work and school sometimes cannot be helped because it's not like if there's a summer holiday or a Christmas break, it's not like a student could have the option to skip the break and continue to go to school. That isn't an option. They have to be like everyone else on the break. So we'll say a child had a disability like autism that they're used to going to school from Monday to Friday. And then, I mean, of course they'd be prepared for not being in school for those 2 weeks by teachers or their parents, but it still will get them out of the mood of going to school every day. So it's, in a sense, I know this is completely different, right? But my point being is that Ellie was so used to, for the last few months, not worrying about kids getting up, making breakfast at a certain time, that she'd forgotten the routine she wanted to set up for herself. So I can relate, but even more. And the final strip is from December 30th, 2016. Also means it's a new one. Well, not a new one, but it's the original version was from December 30th again, but 1987. So this is within the sort of later years, but not like the latest years. We'll just say it's in my third collection book, right? So I have read through this, and pretty much John and Ellie have decided to stay home with them on New Year's, and she said, we thought we'd have a good New Year's resolution would be to spend more time with our kids. And then Michael's like, how come? And then John's like, because we're the only parents you relate to that aren't on television. Yeah, TV, especially back then, I mean, okay, I know I'm talking about 2016 in the newer one, but they're about the same. So whether it was, you know what, how do I put this? In 1987, I could definitely say there was a lot of families on TV that families could relate to. And kids might kind of say, oh, well, these parents are cool or whatever. So they know more parents on TV. So since they're like the only role models or whatever that's in real life that they want to kind of influence their children in a way. Yeah, even today, not as much TV today because there's like YouTube and that, but YouTube can be watched on a TV too, but just it isn't television, right? Like cable or cable or what is it, satellite or whatever it is. There are actual TV shows, but a lot of adults watch that now. I mean, adults that were used to the TV, those who've grown up more in the digital age, really, like, they may use a TV screen, but they usually watch videos from YouTube or Netflix off of the screen. So, in a sense, it can be relatable today, in a way, only if you replaced television with YouTube, for example, then it would be completely relatable to kids today. Like, there are a lot of vlogging families on YouTube that the parents present as, really, I'm not saying that there aren't genuinely good and caring parents, but there are some that kind of sugarcoat their personality on it, and kids would say, oh, well, this guy's dad did this, or whatever. It is important to try to relate to your children in a way. Like, I mean, I'm not a parent and, again, will never be a parent, as far as I know. But, like, I believe that if you take I mean, of course, you don't have to all the time, but if you try to, like, understand, maybe not completely take an interest, but try to understand why the kid is interested in something, you could learn more about them, and maybe even relate to them more. Like, it is hard to describe, but my aunt but she genuinely, like, if I talk about my YouTube videos or this video I watched on YouTube, she'll ask questions, so in a sense, she's trying to get why I'm excited about it. And it feels good when she asks me about it. I feel like I'm talking to her about something that I relate to. So even me, it feels good to have someone who will at least try to ask. I know this is kind of irrelevant, but it is, because they're talking about relating to each other. I mean, some parents aren't able to. They're in their own ways, like their old ways, like, oh, this was great, oh, you kids and these, and I said, I'm not saying to anyone that if you genuinely don't like something, you don't have to really like it.
With me, or is it just cigarettes you need?
But I mean, even if you sort of fake interest maybe a little bit, or like to get to know your kids. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel and like what you see, please subscribe. It helps this channel a lot. Don't forget to hit the bell notification so you'll know when new videos are coming out. And I will see you guys in my next video.